Hi everyone, this is Marco from JourneyLoop, and today I want to answer a question that we really get a lot from coaches, especially the ones that are just starting out with us. And that is, how do I actually ask my client to be recorded? It's kind of awkward, and I'm afraid that they might say no, and they have a lot of concerns and questions and fears, and I don't know how to talk about this. So today, that's kind of what I want to show you and how JourneyLoop can solve this problem for you. All right, the first thing that is important to understand is that JourneyLoop actually manages your clients for you. You might have heard the term CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. And that is essentially what JourneyLoop does for you. It organizes the recorded coaching sessions that you have and the client relationships in a really easy way. So when you just start out with us and you ask your companion, hey, can you list the clients in my roster? It'll say, hey, your roster is actually empty. And so when you go to your website and log in, this is what you'll see. There is essentially nothing. I have no clients, no sessions recorded. So now, how do I ask my clients if they can be recorded? And you can see here that my companion already talks about a consent link. And that is really cool because this is what will allow you to really get the consent from your client and hand over control to them about what happens to the data. So let's take a look at what this looks like. I don't actually need to leave my companion at all. So let's just have a conversation about it. So here's what I'm going to say. I want to record my next client session. Awesome. So in the response, you can see that it's pretty easy. It's just asking for the client name, and I'm just going to give it the meeting link. So I'm going to say my client's name is John Doe, and here is the meeting link for next Tuesday at 11 a.m. So the next question that it asked me is, how many sessions have you booked with them? And that's really cool because most coaches really sell a package of 3, 6, 12 coaching sessions, and JourneyLoop actually supports that, so you can see how many sessions you've already done with the client. So I'm just going to say 6 here. All right, awesome. So it tells me that John is added to my roster. Now, if I go to the website and refresh it, you can see that on the left here, all of a sudden I see John Doe. And you can tell I have 0 out of 6 sessions already recorded. Wonderful. And my companion immediately tells me that John hasn't consented to the recording yet. So this is the juicy bit, right? How do you collect consent from your client? And my companion offers me to generate a consent link. So I'm going to say, yes, please give me that consent link. And then we're going to take a look at what that looks like. All right, here we go. That is our consent link. This is the only thing that you need in order to get consent from your client. So let's take a look at what your client will see once they click on this link. They will be greeted with, first of all, their name and the name of your coaching business. And it explains to them what's actually happening here is, right? So your coach wants to use a few tools in order to support our sessions together. And in the next few moments, you'll get a chance to really control what is being recorded and what happens to your data. So the first thing they'll get is a choice to either enable AI note taking or not. So here, if they have the chance to just skip all AI features if they choose to do so. Next, which is really amazing, they can actually choose to have their own client portal, right? So when you record a session with them, they get access to the recording as well, and they will be able to use AI to talk about their sessions, which is really cool. So most clients actually select yes for that. And here you also give them the opportunity to choose which types of emails they want to receive so we don't spam them. And finally, they can set the level of comfort they have with recordings. If they're saying, hey, I'm okay being recorded with audio and video for just an immersive experience, wonderful. They can also choose to only transcribe and we're going to drop the audio and video recording, or they can say, I don't want to be recorded at all. And when they continue, they get a really neat overview of everything they've selected. They enter their email address and they complete the setup. From here, both of you will receive an email with the selection. Your client now has consented to recording. And you can see on the web UI, if you click on John, you see everything that he has selected. So now if we go back to our companion, we can tell it that our client has provided the consent, and now they've actually scheduled the session recording. So if we go back to our web UI, you can see we have now one session scheduled here, and it says pending for next Tuesday. Now all you have to do is just show up for your meeting, and the meeting will be recorded, transcribed, and analyzed by your companion automatically. All you have to do is just show up, be present for your client, and everything else happens in the background. I hope that clarifies how you can confidently ask your clients to be recorded and also hand over control to them of what happens with their data. And at the same time, really educate them on what type of AI you use and why it's actually beneficial for them to say yes to being recorded.